Oh, so that's why he was an old hermit. Okay. What's up, everybody? Today I'm here to talk about Luke Skywalker and what could potentially redeem him, if that's even possible. This is a little bit of a speculation of a potential plot line that will be happening. And I will be talking about a movie web article that is addressing this. And this article is pretty much saying that, Mark Hamill put a tweet out there and it's kind of a tease to the fans. And, he's been very famous for teasing the fans. First, a while ago, he did tweet something saying that episode 9 is going to be fine. He also tweeted a while ago, a long time ago, a photo of a toy where you only see like the cape. And he was saying something that Luke could potentially be alive. So I don't know, but I have the sense that it seems like he is on board to whatever is written to the character for episode 9. Obviously, we all know the state that Star Wars is right now. There's not much hope for a lot of people. I really wanted to talk about this article over here because it involves Mara Jade. I've been thinking about this for a long time now because one of the biggest questions or even complaint on the fans is what the hell happened to Luke Skywalker for him to become such a hermit, to become that kind of a person on that island. The Last Jedi offered us no explanation whatsoever. Basically, he was just put there and we were just told, accept it. This is the Luke Skywalker you have. And that enraged a lot of people, myself included, because seriously, they literally gave us no explanation why the most beloved character, the most hopeful, the biggest hero of Star Wars would become that way. That was very unpleasant, again, one of the biggest mistakes of the Last Jedi, in my opinion. But let's have a look at this article and see what are they talking about here. It begins like this. Many fans believe Kerry Russell was cast in Star Wars 9 as Mara Jade. Others believe she is Rey Mother. Well, she could be both. Then there's that small faction who believes she could be both. Oh, I just said that. There's no evidence to back any of this up, and some involved in the film have downright denied Mara Jade is in the saga-ending sequel. But perhaps it's all a ruse. Yes, I do think that if there were to be true, they'll try to hide it as much as they can. It's the same thing if we will get any sort of Hayden Christensen cameo. It would be something very hidden, otherwise it's just, they have to keep the mystery somehow. So if they were to bring Mara Jade, and if that is really who Kerry Russell is playing, that would be very interesting. And of course, I'm pretty sure they'll try their best to hide this. See what else. Mark Hamill has infiltrated social media once again, and he's suggesting that Luke Skywalker had a romantic relationship somewhere between the fall of the second Death Star and the rise of Star Killer Base. Well, that's an explanation that it would make the most sense to me. Because, we all know when people get their heart broken, if you really love someone, that could potentially break people. And that would be something that people would understand a little bit more. If they had given me this kind of explanation, at least we would have the context of why he became so the way he did. If something really bad happened to her, I know that she was dark. And then Luke turned her to the light. And then potentially, let's say if she had like a tragic death, something like that, that would definitely break him. Or at least make him depressed for a real long time. Let's see what else they're saying. When we reunite with Luke Skywalker at the end of The Force Awakens, he's a lonely old hermit sucking on a sea alien milk. Okay, thanks for reminding me of that. But perhaps it wasn't always that way. Jedi are supposed to be celibate creatures. But Luke didn't mind those rules in the books that have since been wiped from canon to become part of legends. Another thing that fans are not very happy about, right? Bits and pieces of those books have made it back into the new movies, and fans are hoping that soon includes Mara Jade. I think that would be very cool. We know Kerry Russell. She has been in a couple of really great action films, so I think she would be awesome if she were to play Mara Jade, and I don't know, the fact that Mark Hamill has no beard, it could be that they are trying to, probably CGI Mark Hamill and have him being like a younger Luke Skywalker, so that would be something that I think would be very interesting to see. Let's see what else they're saying. It's impossible. Mark Hamill answered a question on Twitter asking, why do you think Luke never found love? I know that the Knights of Ren greatly impacted him, but Luke's a good soul. His response has surprised quite a few who believe he's hinting at what we'll see out in episode 9. Wow, they have a lot of really misspelling on this art. Who's writing this? Kind of trashy. But anyways, the tweet says his reply to this question was, maybe he did between episode 6 and 7. Many untold stories here. So yeah, so this is another tease of Mark Hamill. And I do believe that it has some sort of truth behind it because, again, he did hint everything is going to be okay. He's always been kind of teasing the fans. So I do believe that, yes, perhaps there might be some kind of truth behind this, his tweet. So, but wow, this movie web is a really trashy website. Because come on, whoever is writing this is not even like spelling the art. Because I've already caught like 2 misspelling mistakes over here. Terrible. Let me scroll and see if there's anything else on this article here worth mentioning. So after the Return of the Jedi and before he started the Jedi School for Wayward Youth, did Luke have a thrust with someone? Was that someone Mara Jade? In the Legends canon, Mara Jade is Luke's wife and mother of Ben Skywalker. Obviously, that storyline is no longer there because there's no such thing as Ben Skywalker, or is there? That would be interesting. I don't know. Maybe if they find someone. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities that perhaps could be something that would please the fans, Ben Skywalker could be Rey Skywalker, who knows. There's a lot of things that could potentially be true, but I'm not even going to read the whole article, but I just wanted to see, what's your opinion? Do you think that Mark Hamill is actually hinting at something over here? Because he's very famous for doing that, for teasing the fans with things. Obviously, this could mean nothing, but it could mean something, It could be, in fact, Mara Jade or another character similar to Mara Jade. They could change the name and just say, look how creative we are, because that's basically what they do, right? They'd be rehashing the old, putting new names and just giving them stupid arcs. But yes, that's it. This is what I wanted to address because I think I like speculating on this because I do think Mark Hamill does tease the fans. I think we all know that he has this relationship with the character. He loves playing Luke Skywalker, and he's always been very close to the fans. And I think that he wants people to feel good about Star Wars again. I'm pretty sure that that's his desire. He knew what was going to happen after The Last Jedi. He called it way before when he was in production, but no one heard him. However, he's being, kind of putting these things out there and probably just to try to bring that hope back. In my opinion, all I want from Star Wars is to return to what once was, and now we all know Kathleen Kennedy is she's nowhere to be found. So potentially she will be leaving, who knows, so maybe there's still a new hope